Every so often, the Sports Hangover touches on mature topics. Discretion is
Welcome to the
advised.
Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar. That's Jeremy Garrison. And today, we're doing it again, Jeremy. The top 5 bets for Week 5 in the NFL. Now, last week was not my best week, but I went 3-2 last week on my bets. So if you're betting along with me, you should be winning money at this point. Because what is it? Week 2 we did the top 5.
That's right.
I went 4-1. So right now I'm in the plus. I'm winning money right here if you're gambling alongside of me. I'm going to start it out with the Seahawks beating the Colts this week. This is a good game. Seahawks are going to stay undefeated. This is a hangover rating of a +4. This is a pretty safe bet. The Colts could possibly pull out a win here, but I think the strong defense from the Seahawks will really help them win this game. So I'm doing Seahawks over Colts.
I'm a little surprised by this. When we saw the Seahawks going to Houston last week, they should have lost that game except for some mistakes that Matt Schaub made late. Mm-hmm. The Texans kind of let the Seahawks back in. The Seahawks are a completely different team on the road than they are at home. You know that. The public knows that. I know that. That's why I'm going with the Colts. Whoa. I do not agree. I do not sign off on the Seahawks this week. They should have lost last week. I think they will lose this week.
Okay. Now, the next one, Jeremy, you're going to like this one. I'm taking the Dolphins over the Rams this week. This is a hangover rating of a +8. This is risky, but could pay out very well. Now, Dolphins played the Saints last week, went into the Dome, lost. I don't know whoever thought they were going to win because there's no shot they have against the Saints.
No team in the NFL would have won that game on Monday night.
Wait.
And it is the Ravens, not the Rams.
Rams, yeah, sorry. I misread it. So they're playing the Ravens. That's why it's such a
That's why it's ballsy.
Yeah, that's why it's a ballsy game. I was saying, the Rams are not ballsy. The Ravens. So this is going to be a good game because the Ravens struggle a little bit on offense. Dolphins seem to have somewhat of a good defense every once in a while. Tannehill sometimes can throw the ball well and score some points for the team. So
sounds like you're a little more sold on the Dolphins than you have been any time in our friendship.
Well, I'm taking the Dolphins this week on the top 5. So the hangover rating +8. Take the Dolphins this week on your bets.
I like it. Clearly, I agree with you. The Dolphins coming off a short week will be tough playing against Super Bowl champs. The Ravens have not looked like they won the Super Bowl last year. They lost at Buffalo last week. Just a terrible loss. Joe Flacco had 25 completions, 25 incompletions. That is embarrassing.
Not good.
Embarrassing for a quarterback making $100 million. I'll take anyone playing the Ravens the next few weeks.
Next game, Chiefs over the Titans. Jeremy, not only am I taking the Chiefs beating the Titans in our top 5 bets of the week, but I'm also taking them in the Eliminator pool.
Yeah, well, you are still alive in the Eliminator, and that is impressive at this point in the season.
Yes.
The Chiefs look so good right now. They're bound for a hiccup at some point. I don't know when it's going to come. It's going to be hard to see it, but they will surprise you and lose one of these games soon. It's probably not the Titans. They're without their starting quarterback, Jake Locker. They have the backup going.
Mention that.
I like this one.
But
obviously, the Chiefs will be favored in this one.
Yes.
Put a bunch of cash on that money line, right?
Put a bunch of cash on the money line. But, Fitzpatrick isn't really a downgrade, I feel like. I feel like it really even with Locker. Locker was just playing because he could lose the job at any minute. And he was playing
Locker's been playing really well this year.
He was balls to the wall last week, scoring points left and right. It was a fun game to watch. I'm excited for it. And Jeremy, if you want to make a little side bet, do you want to bet how long the Chiefs will go undefeated?
Yeah, I think they'll be undefeated when they play the Broncos. I think both the Broncos and Chiefs will be undefeated in late November.
Okay. I like that bet. Who are they? I should have looked at their schedule before we talked about this, but
they play the Texans is the only real tough game for the Chiefs. They have the Raiders, the Titans.
Oh, a lot of easy games.
Yeah,
some teams. We'll get back to that. Next game, I have the Eagles over the Giants this week. This is a hangover rating of a +10. This is a ballsy game. The Giants need to come in. They need to win a game. The Eagles also struggling to win games. They're 1-3 right now?
Yeah, one win combined between these teams is shocking, isn't it?
Not only do the Eagles need to win this game, but they need to win it so I can get my Super Bowl bet going here. Because I bet on them to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. Looked strong. Came out the first week. I'm like, money in the bag. Eagles are going to win it all. Now they haven't won a game since. I need the Eagles to win here. I'm taking them over the Giants.
Isn't it amazing how quick things change in the NFL? Like, you start the season, the Eagles look great against the Redskins Monday night. Oh, my God, I'm going to win a bunch of money. They're going to win the Super Bowl. They lose the next 3. They go up 50 points to the Broncos last week. Now they look like one of the worst teams in the league. They need to bounce back. The Giants need to win one of these games, don't they? I mean, how many games in a row are they going to lose? Can you see the Giants going 0-5? I have a hard time with
Jeremy, if you could pull up a schedule for me, I will say I want to see what their schedule's like, but I don't think they've really played tough teams either. The Giants can win games. It just looks like
the Chiefs are tough. The Panthers, I don't know how they got blown out by the Panthers. They played the Cowboys.
Yep.
That was a tight one.
That's always a tight game, but I feel like some kind of retardation hit with the other Manning, and he's just going down. He's going down, and Peyton's going up.
I like how you mix Down syndrome and retardation.
Yeah. All the same, yeah.
Eli Manning known for that famous look. The Giants, I don't understand what is going on with that team. They have so much talent. It's the same coaching staff, most of the same players that they've won Super Bowls with. Doesn't make sense why they're playing like this. I think they get it turned around and they beat the Eagles this week.
Wow, so you're taking the Giants on this one.
I'm taking the Giants. I disagree. And you went 10. This is a hangover of 10?
This is a high rate because both teams need a win here. I mean, obviously Giants need it more, but they could be both 1-4 teams at the end of this. So
the Eagles' defense is the worst defense I've seen in the NFL in a few years.
I know, but it seems like the Giants have the worst offense.
That's your Super Bowl pick.
All right. Next game, final game, the Packers over the Lions this week. Packers had a bye, getting Eddie Lacy back after his concussion. This is a hangover rating of a +7. This could be risky. You never know what could happen with the Lions. Sometimes they pull out wins when they don't deserve a win. But I'm going Green Bay here. They need to come back strong after the bye week and get a win for me.
It's a great pick. Where's this game at?
No clue. Let me look.
No clue. Green Bay and Detroit. I think the Lions surprised a lot of people last week against the Bears. They beat a good Bears team who came in 3-0. That was a shocker. No one picked the Lions in that one.
Yeah.
Did you get your answer?
No, I have too many tabs open.
That's okay. I like the Packers to win the game no matter where it is. I think the Lions may be the favorite in this game. Depending on where the game is, you can actually make some money on Green Bay, especially if it's in Detroit. I recommend betting Green Bay hard in this one. I think it's a great bet, Mike.
Jeremy, this week I'm putting money on all these games. Last few weeks, here and there picking some of these, but all the money on it. Seahawks have been winning me money. Actually, last week they pushed, so I didn't win any money.
They only won by 3 last week.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Mike, if people are betting along with you throughout the season, are they up or down right now?
It depends how much you're betting. If you do a standard bet, say you just do $10 on each game, I think by now you'd be up because I would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-3 right now. In my eyes, you're up. 7-3, only losing 3 bets. You know what? You might as well parlay 5 games this weekend.
Is that what you're recommending to the people?
I don't know if I would recommend it, but if you have some extra cash laying around, parlay the 5 games, all on the money line. You might win a lot of money.
I mean, you got to stay with Mike. If he's 7-3, that's a lot better than most people. Most people are under the 50% mark. You'd say, I'm sure they're at 50. No, people are under 50% because they actually get more wrong than they do right. Mike clearly is getting more right than he is wrong. It's simple math, just like our fun game, This or That. It's so simple. Bet along with Mike. Watch This or That on the website. Subscribe to our show. Tweet us at TSH Podcast. Get involved. Get some feedback going. And thank you so much for watching and betting along.
If we don't get blessed rest reviews, we'll be back sometime soon.